Hello, my beautiful spiritual events directory community and family. It's Jo here, coming back for another Soulful Sunday with you guys. I absolutely love being here, and thank you for your understanding with my absence last week being Father's Day. Just one of those days where you just got to show up for family instead. Hello, Kylie and Jill. Make sure you're saying hello once you're popping on. I'm starting to see some names and some love hearts. Renee, Ashley, and two others. Ooh, how elusive Facebook is. Hello, two others. William and Kerry, thank you for joining me here. Let me know where you're tuning in from, guys. And as always, on our beautiful Soulful Sundays gathering, let me know how you are, right? So our time together is not about pulling cards. It's not about messages from spirit. Our Soulful Sundays together are your chance to recognize where you are and where you want to go for the week ahead, and a beautiful chat about the tools and techniques that you can implement, you can embody, you can use for yourself right here, right now, but also for the week ahead as well. Hello, hello, hello. Give me a wave when you're tuning on. Hello, Wendy. I'm just saying names that I see. Apologies if I miss yours. Melissa, Kel, Loretta, how are you? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me know if you're a first-time Soulful Sundayer or if you are a returning lover of this space. I'm a returning lover. I come every week, give or take a Father's Day here or there. There's a hi, hello, hello, hello. Gosh, everyone is here. I love this. So today I really wanted to check in. How are you guys? How are you? It's time to let your hair down, right? It's time to allow the week to wrap up, right? To allow that beautiful cycle that is the week to come to an end and set a beautiful intention for the week ahead. Hello. We got Melbourne, Tamworth. Looking gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much. I'm actually contemplating on having a really big chop and donating this to Locks of Love. So if you've donated hair and you would like to share your experience, please DM me because I want it to go to the right places. First timer, woohoo! Wonderful. Yay for Brisbane people. I'm in Brisbane on the north side. So hello to all the Brisbane people. I've just spent today supporting a beautiful friend of mine in a retreat. So I'm exhausted, but also energized. You know, it's like that really sweet spot between a big long day, but still like literally thriving off the energy that day has created. So it's been a beautiful, I absolutely love facilitating retreats, and I'm so excited that I've actually got 2 of my own coming up in October. So if anyone's looking for a little bit of a local Brisbane-based escape, I've got 2 spots left in my second retreat for October, which is going to be just beautiful and juicy. So we're going to have 2 shamanic cacao experiences and a beautiful crystal bowl sound bath experience and guided meditation, along with a whole heap of other little things. And this particular retreat at the end of October will fall over the full moon and Halloween, right? So that really potent and powerful time of the year where the veil between the physical and the spiritual is really quite thin. So if you'd like to be held in a retreat space for women at that time, let me know. I've got 2 spaces left. All right, so we're here. Everyone's here. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So let's start. I want us to do a bit of a body scan, right? We've done this exercise before, but for newbies, you won't even really know what I'm talking about. We're going to do a body scan, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to use the color gray. And in a moment, I will guide you to close down your eyes. And I want you to, in your mind's eye, imagine this gray color, this gray cloud just kind of entering your energetic space, entering in through the head, and using that gray as a scan through the body. And as the gray cloud comes down over your body, just noticing again in your mind's eye where it might feel denser, or it swirls, or it holds for a while, or it's a bit stagnant, and we'll just scan the body with the color gray. Okay, 50 shades of gray. Yes, that's exactly right. 50. I love that. Oh God, I remember reading that book. It'd be 8 years ago now. I was heavily pregnant with my first, and I was on the airplane, and I opened up the book, and it was like, as soon as you open up that particular book, it was like an invitation for everyone to come and talk to you about it. And I hadn't even read a single word, and somebody was already telling me about cable ties. I'm like, what the hell am I getting into? I'm like heavily pregnant. It was hilarious. So yes, we're going to do our own version of 50 Shades of Grey tonight. So, first of all, gosh, I haven't even introduced myself. See, I told you, I've come back from a retreat and I'm wired, not necessarily like in a focused and coordinated space right now. Anyway, I'm Jo. Hi. I'm a Brisbane-based Reiki master. I'm a retreat facilitator, a cacao ceremony facilitator. I do lots of things, but basically at the core of it, I am an advocate and a partner in your healing, your self-connection, your journey back to you. I do predominantly work with women, and that's simply because women gravitate towards me. And where I am in my journey resonates in that space. It's not to say I will not and won't ever work with men. I mean, my husband's always begging me for a Reiki session, right? But that's just where I am and what's resonating with me. I'm also a mum of 3 beautiful little ones, 8 years and under. So I'm very busy, but I'm surrounded by so much love. A lot of what I do and the women I work with are mothers as well. So it's interesting how the work that we do in the world often reflects where we are and the work that we're doing on and with ourselves at the same time, or at least that's the experience I have. So I show up here every week on a Soulful Sunday because I want you guys to, sorry, my voice is going. I want you guys to start to understand that all the intuition and guidance that you seek, you hold it yourself, okay? And I want you to start to develop some tools and techniques that help you to understand yourself in a new way, to give you some grounding exercises, to give you some exercises that allow you to shift consciously where you are going with your weeks and tapping back into the desire and the intention that you have with your week and how you can get back on track with that. We have a sensational tool at our disposal, which is our body. Our body is the vessel that carries out all the action that we have, our mind and our dreams and our desires and our goals have, okay? So without the body, without the vessel, without the doing tool, we do struggle to make our dreams come true, manifest our goals into reality. And a lot of what I do and a lot of what I teach is about taking that goal and allowing the body to embody it, okay? And I love to use music. Hello, Sarah. I love to use music and movement in that journey of embodiment, because when we feel a feeling, a thought, a desire, it has an energetic frequency of its own. And when we allow that thought or that feeling to move through our body and we allow it to be expressed through the body, we get to teach our body. I'm not doing readings tonight, beautiful. We're doing a bit of movement and embodiment. So when we allow those thoughts and those desires and feelings to move through the body, we are creating a bit of like a, for want of a better word, like a cellular memory, right? So we're literally creating that reality in our body, even though the thing isn't here yet, isn't tangibly here, right? The new car, the new house, the new friendship circle, the change in job or the promotion, all that sort of stuff, even though it's not here yet, if we connect to how that will feel and the thoughts that we have around already having achieved that, okay, and we allow that vibration to show up in our body and feel into how we would move. You know, if getting that promotion is building up a beautiful sense of satisfaction and achievement, right? How would you feel when you were moving to a sense of achievement, okay? So when we move through song, we get to embody that goal, that dream, that desire that we're aiming for. We get to embody it right here, right now, and tap into that frequency, right? And we can teach our body that it is a reality on its way to us, okay? I hope that's making sense. I know I do explain this really quite well. I've just come home from a retreat, so my mind is like, ooh. But that's what we do. So first of all, before we round out our week, I want us to listen to a bit of a song. So you can use music and movement to both help you understand what it's like when you're out of alignment from a goal, a dream, a desire, and then what it feels like when you are in alignment, okay? And equally are just as valuable, because if you have practiced, right, if your body has gone through a bit of a movement rehearsal around what it feels like to be out of alignment because you've been experiencing it through song and movement, then when you actually are, then when you have a really shitty Tuesday at work, then when you have a fight with your best friend, then when you are not nourishing yourself very well, right? When you are making choices that don't align, you're going to have a feeling through your body, which you're going to be able to recognize, right? And you're going to be like, your cellular memory is going to be like, oh, we've experienced this. We know what this is, right? And it can help you better course correct, because you can go, oh, that's the feeling I get when I'm not in alignment, rather than going, oh, I feel so crap and I feel so sluggish and I'm a failure and nothing I want ever comes true and blah, 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 right? We don't give the judge or the victim voice anything to stand on, because we've already been experiencing what it is like when we're out of alignment, right? So when we experience it like in outside of just song and movement practice, you have no space to judge yourself. You're just like, I know this feeling. Okay, now what did I do last time when I was practicing what it felt like to be out of alignment? I practiced with what it feels like to be in alignment. Okay, so what do I need to do right now to shift from this crappy place into this positive place, or this more aligned space, right? I hope this is making sense to you. So Jason is recommending a song. Thank you. I will look at that after this. Like, my technology skills, I can't look at things and talk to you guys at the same time. Sarah is saying knowledge is power, great learning material. You are so welcome, lovely. Hey Trish, so beautiful to see you here. Thank you for popping on. Good, stick around, trees. I think you will like it. So I'm going to play a song for you now, which is about being misaligned. Okay, I'm like, oh, I hope it does play. And while you are doing that exercise, while you are listening to that music, I want you to feel what it feels like in your body. What emotions is your body experiencing as this song is playing? Drop into the lyrics, drop into the to the rhythm, to the beat, right? Just allow the song to move you, right? Then we'll go through a body scanning exercise after it. So, all right, you're loving it. I'm so glad. All right, let's go. Please work. Can you hear it? It should be my decision. Which way should I go? Well, I don't know. I need an anchor to ground me, a compass to guide me where how did I get here? Am I coming or going where how did I get here? How did I, in this place I am in, how did I? So just feel that confusion, being pulled in multiple directions. Slow and steady flow, or fight against the relentless coming. Then I go. hopefully those lyrics came through for you, but they were all about being pulled in multiple directions. How did I get here? I need an anchor to ground me, right? So for me, that was, to begin with, I was like, oh, don't know where I'm feeling it. And then the whole expanse of the top of my shoulders and across my back just got so tight, right? And it's like I couldn't get it out, okay? So for me, when I was thinking about what it feels like to be out of alignment, when I'm pulled in a million different directions, you know what I'm not doing? I'm not choosing me. I'm not choosing my center, my core, my truth. If I'm pulled in a lot of directions, it's because I'm giving permission for myself to show up for others before I show up for myself. And I was feeling that across my back. Yes, we want our misaligned songs, Sarah, to be that, right? We want them to be the songs that show us what it's like when we aren't thriving. Okay, so I chose that on purpose to have the lyrics and the sounds that felt a little bit lower, right? Because we want to be able to recognize it, right? We don't want to be like, oh, this is a shit song and skip over it. It's a tool, right? And we can use it. We can use it to show our body what it's like to experience being out of alignment so that it becomes known and it's a memory. And it's safe. That's another thing that's really important to doing these embodiment exercises, is when you allow yourself to just take on the embodiment of something that's not so nice and not so pretty. You're doing it in a safe space. And so when that is happening for you and to you in real life, right, it can be less anxiety provoking because you've experienced it and you remember that you've handled it in a safe space, and you can bring yourself back to that, right? To feeling safe, even though you're not in alignment or not being held in a positive space. I hope that's making sense to you. All right. So we know what it feels like when we aren't in alignment, when we're allowing ourselves to show up for everyone else first, okay? So if you're kind of resonating with that notion at the moment, maybe this week has been a time where you've been feeling yourself pull in a few different directions. I would love to know. Let me know if that particular thing is resonating for you, if you're feeling like so much of who and how you're showing up is for others. It's definitely a common story that was prevalent on the retreat that I was just supporting over the weekend. And another beautiful concept that came up today actually was this concept of a cup being half full or half empty. And we kind of got to the realization that when we use the half empty or half full cup as an analogy, it's a little bit null and void, right? Oh, good, Sarah. I'm so glad that you're feeling good today. So when you're looking at a cup, right, and half empty or half full, and people say things like, oh, you just need to fill your cup up so that you can overflow and yada, yada, yada. And yes, there is all truth in those as analogies, but today we came to the realization that your cup is always full. It's just a matter of being conscious of what you're choosing to fill it up with, right? So your cup is always filled. Is it filled with negative self-talk, with low vibration thinking and actions that align with that? Or is it filled with positivity and possibilities and gratitude, right? So the cup is always filled, right? Even if you're walking around the house with an empty coffee cup, you've still got, right, air in there. We know air exists. We breathe it. We need it. It's something that we can't grab it, but we know it's there, and it's in our cup, right? Our cup is always empty. It's about what you're allowing yourself to, or your cup to be filled up with. Self-care is so important. You are so right, Sarah. Oh, good. I'm so glad it's resonating, Melissa. Well, I'm glad that the resonation means that there is some support and insight coming to you. Not so much that it's great to feel like you're showing up for everybody else except for yourself. Sometimes though we have to, we have to give ourselves permission to allow ourselves to be seen and heard, right? It's not always about other people taking advantage of us, but more so about us not allowing ourselves to be seen. So we kind of choose the shielding, if that makes sense. Cup positive, hell yeah, woo woo. All right, so let's just take a moment to connect into our bodies a little bit more. We will have a beautiful song that comes again and allows us to really anchor in to a more positive and powerful space. But before we get to there, I want us to do this beautiful scanning exercise. So just closing down your eyes where you are and taking a couple of centering breaths. So breathing down past the chest and into the belly. Do another breath together. And just making sure that you're feeling really grounded, whether you're sitting, standing, or laying. Maybe you're driving, but just feeling a bit of grounding and anchoring through your feet or through your base. And once you feel that grounded sense there, I want you to imagine a beautiful, safe, grey cloud just making its way down from the sky above. And as it begins to interact with your body, it starts at the head space. Right. And we're just noticing, how is this cloud moving as it comes into contact with us, as it comes into our space, right? And just scanning through the forehead, this cloud moving down through the body, past the nose and the mouth, into the throat space, paying attention to any shifts in the shade of the grey or the swirling behavior of the cloud out across the shoulders, tracing down the chest and the upper back, coming down to your core and your middle back, down your abdomen, down through the lower back, through the lower abdomen and the hips, scanning down through your legs, your knees, making sure it's doing the front and the back of the legs, through your calves and shins, ankles, feet and toes. And just taking a moment, is there any place where the cloud residue is still there? Has there been a place of stagnation where the cloud just kind of locked on and didn't move with the rest of it? Is there some still, for me, I'm feeling my left hip is feeling quite dark, and like there's residual grey there, right? So I just take notice of that. Okay. What does that mean? That means for me, I'm feeling like it's more about, stagnant energy, needing to open up the hips. Okay. As women, we have hips and we rest the washing basket or the baby, or we have curves for a reason. And as women, we often, our job as the and this is very generalized, I realize that, but the nurturer, right? And that we store a lot of our repressed needs and emotions down in on our hips, because in order for us to carry the weight of the world, we push things down. So a lot of stuck emotion for women is through that hip area. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling that on my left hip, on my feminine side, it's there's something there. right? And I don't need to know or worry. I just have to recognize that there is something there. So let me know in the comments, was there an area in that process that you noticed that the gray scanning showed some stagnation or showed you where your attention needs to go. So the body communicates to us in so many beautiful ways, and quite often what the body is telling us is, especially if we're working with any pain and discomfort, it's basically reached its last point of communication, because we didn't really pay attention when it was an emotion, right? And we weren't intuitively connected to know when it was just energy out of alignment. So we've missed the alignment, we've missed the emotion and mental space, and now it's talking to us through the physical. Sarah is with her upper shoulder, bottom neck, sore all day. Beautiful. Sarah, are we talking left or right? Kerry's feeling no change. Awesome. And Sarah's using a heat pack for hers. Awesome. I'd love to know, Sarah, what side you are feeling the pain on, if you wouldn't mind sharing. And Kerry, I'm very glad that there was no change. Right shoulder. Okay. I've got my right. This is my right hand. So one of the things I would encourage you to do, if you haven't yet, is use your left hand to nurture your right shoulder and neck. Okay, because what we're doing when we're crossing the body like that is we are actually taking a little tiny action to realign, right? So you're experiencing the pain on your masculine side, so you can use your feminine to nurture and support. All right, so you may already intuitively be doing that, right? We often do, but if you haven't been, that's the way to go. Okay, so keep doing that, keep bringing across the body to support yourself. All right, so once you have figured out where in your body you may be experiencing some stuck energy, you can use breathing exercises to breathe in and release out. Okay, you can invite in another color. Okay, so for me, where I could feel the stagnation and I could feel a great density of gray through my left hip, I will actually invite in, and I'll do it a little bit later on tonight, just when I can center myself a bit more, but I will bring red in. Okay, I will bring red and a little bit of orange to that area, because that area, when you're looking at the chakra systems, you're looking at the base, which is red, and the sacral, which is orange. So I can bring those colors in just through that visualization process, and allow those colors to bring some healing to that space. So when I'm working with colors or visualizing energy in motion, I always envision it spiraling. Okay, because the spiral is the act of motion, right? So you want to envision color or energy in a spiral, especially if you're wanting to work with stagnation. Bianca has a sore neck and bottom back, always in pain, and have carpal tunnel. I'm sorry to read that you are in a lot of discomfort there, Bianca. And so when you did the grey exercise, was there one area more more communicative with you tonight? Sarah uses crystals. Oh God, I love crystals. Crystals and essential oils are like the best addiction to ever have. Love, love, love them. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm staying on top of the words there. So yeah, when you notice the grey or the stagnation present in your body, you can invite the colors in. So for those of you who aren't aware of the chakra system, we've got the base, which is through the, whoa, I'm working. Sorry, 4-year-old. Goffy, go, good night. Mwah. Well, Daddy will help you. So through the base chakra, you have you've got the lower back, you've got the legs, you've got the hips, And so you're dealing with a lot of foundational stuff, like, where am I? Am I safe? Do I know when my next meal's coming? Am I really sure this roof's going to stay over my head? All those sort of basic needs around survival, right? Are related to that base chakra. So if there's any pain and discomfort or stagnation in that area, you can be just asking yourself, well, do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? Maybe it's a job, maybe it's home, maybe it's relationship. As you're coming up into the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, you're dealing more with the reproductive system, right? So just here below the base, below the belly button, you've got the sacral, which is about that self-identity, the self-worth, the I am enough stuff comes in there, because if we think about, if we've got a solid, you can't really see me, if you've got a solid foundation, right, you know that you are safe and that where you are is safe and secure, well, then you get to have the luxury of understanding, well, who am I in this space, right? What are my values, my beliefs? How much, what am I sitting back on? And if you have a look at this part of your body, right, you sit back. When you're sitting in a chair, you bring that part of your body back, and that part of your body is all about, well, who am I? What beliefs am I resting back on? I know I'm safe, so now I get to understand the who I am in the where I am, okay? And then as you're coming up, you're coming into the sacral chakra, which I often call my personal energy center. So this is the courage and the confidence. So we know that we're safe and where we are. We're really clear on kind of who we are and that we are enough and we are worthy. Now it's time to show the world. So this becomes our confidence and our courage to step out and be seen, okay? And then we get to filter that through our heart space, okay? Communicate through our throat chakra, and then it becomes more of a spiritual connection journey through the third eye and the crown as we go through. So we've got yellow through the solar plexus here. We've got green through the heart space here. And with the heart space, just making sure that you're aware that it actually includes your arms as well. You've got blue in the throat. You've got purple for the third eye. And you've got gold or clear, like a white, that's the word I'm going for the crown chakra there. So if you did feel any stagnation through the body with that grey scanning colour, you can use the chakra colours to support you in shifting that stagnation. And if you were to do a colour visualization and a little bit of a breath work session where you were breathing in, so for my hip, right, when I breathe in and take a breath in, I want that breath to go past my chest, down my abdomen or down my spine, and kind of like direct it into my hip, so that when I'm doing the exhale, it's pulling up and out, right? So marrying the breath with the visualization becomes really powerful as well for shifting stagnation. And I have experienced it with great success, especially when I'm dealing with any tension or discomfort through my neck and my shoulders. I will go, oh yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. And then I'll go through a scan and I will see some stagnation, a change in that grey colour density through that area. And I'll do a visualization and a breathing exercise together. And my shoulders drop like I didn't think that they could drop and relax anymore. And then they just go to this whole extra level. I'm like, whoa, okay. So matching those two together is really powerful as well. So hopefully you guys are getting an understanding that while I will talk and share a lot of knowledge, I'm really passionate about sharing the tools and techniques that you can actually do, okay? Because yes, I'm a Reiki master and clients come to me to support their healing and their rebalancing and their recentering. I can't actually do anything that you guys aren't prepared to already do in the space that you're already willing to open yourself up to, right? So I can be a facilitator and a space holder, which I absolutely love to do, but you have the same capability of doing it yourself as well, right? There is nothing that separates me and you when it comes to oneness, right? The everything, the universe, the greater order, right? Design, the God, universe, spirit, all that sort of stuff. When working with energy, there's nothing that separates what I can do and what you can do. It's just about the willingness to be open to it. And while I have a lot of knowledge, I want to give you the tools and techniques that you can start to do, because when you wake up tomorrow and I'm not here for a Soulful Sunday for another 7 days, you can go like, all right, Joe said I can do a grey color scan and work with some color and breath work. Okay, cool. I'm going to try that. Or I'm going to try some song embodiment. Okay. I hope you're finding this all useful. I want to be useful to you guys. So no matter where you've been and where the week has taken you, no matter if you're feeling good, bad, or otherwise about it, we get to that point every week where what has been is done and dusted. We will not continue to live in the past. There is no point reflecting on what's happened, because whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, the more that we allow ourselves to reflect and draw back on past experiences, the thing about our brain is whether it's experiencing it right now or whether it's thinking about having experienced it in the past, it doesn't know. It will refire those neural pathways even if you're just thinking about it. So let's say you had a car crash 3 days ago and you are thinking about it right now before you go to bed, but you're not actually physically having it, you're thinking about it. The same neural pathways get fired, the same stress response hits the body. All the hormone charges of like fight or flight will still activate even though you're thinking about it, not experiencing it, because the brain can't really tell the difference between a thought and a reality when it comes to the pathways it fires off and the hormone generating stuff it does throughout the body. I'm clearly not a doctor, just hashtag not a doctor, but the body, the mind can't fully understand it, which makes this embodiment stuff with music so powerful, because you can teach yourself what it feels like before it even happens, and you're already building those neural pathways, right? Do you get it? It's so cool. Anyway, but we're not going to live in the past. We're not going to refire off those neural pathways and continue to live today as if we were still living back then, right? Let's start to allow ourselves to create those new neural pathways for what it is we want to step into and we want to create, okay? So thinking about the week ahead, using the comments box here, what is it that you want for your week ahead? Do you want it to be filled with rewards and achievements or stillness? Maybe you're coming into school holidays and you're like, okay, before the school holidays start, I just need to have some time to myself, right? Or maybe you need a week where you're getting on top of things and feeling prepared, or you got a project that you need to get under. Whatever it is for this week, just claim it in the comments below. How do you want this week to go for you? Right? Question 1, how do you want this week to go for you? Question 2, who do you need to be in order for that week to go that way for you? Right? Because the week isn't just going to go, oh, hello, I'm a new week and this is your order. Okay, we'll just sit here and I'll just talk to the chef and we'll bring it right out for you. Nah, right? You have your intention about what it is that you want the week to be, but you are the creator of it. So who do you need to be in order for it to happen? Continue meditation. Beautiful. Are you doing a meditation course, are you, Sarah? Or are you just getting back into your own personal practice? Making me time. Beautiful. So in a week where you've continued meditation and you've made me time, summarize that week for me, right? Is it a week of groundedness? Is it a week of connection, self-connection, right? Beautiful. Doing it each day. Fantastic. Kerry's saying she wants to be more motivated. So her week ahead is going to be a week of motivation. And who she has to be to do it, she has to be her. Well, yes, we can't outsource being ourselves. Well, that would be good. No. So you have to be you But is there a certain embodiment that you need to bring? Or are you a naturally motivated person? No. But you're looking at just getting back to that, right? We don't want to cop out and be like, well, the only person standing in my way is me, or the only person who can do it is me. Yes, that is true. However, what is it that you need to create within yourself, right, to make this week happen? Samantha's going to be more positive. Beautiful. And are you talking about yourself, Samantha, or are you talking about your week? You want your week to be a more positive week, or are you saying that you need to be more positive? So just clarify that for me if you could. Hello to all the new faces popping on. We're just doing a little bit of an intention setting for the week ahead. Sarah is saying last week was about her heart chakra. This week is about her soul urge. Beautiful. And Samantha is clarifying that she wants her week to be more positive. Okay, well, if your week is going to hold a higher vibration, it's going to be a more positive week. What extra clarity can you give around that? You don't have to give it to me, but definitely give it to yourself. What does that mean? What does it mean in all the different areas of your life? What does it mean in terms of your health and wellness, in terms of your wealth and abundance, in terms of your physical environment, your love and relationships, your career, your personal and spiritual growth? So if your goal is to have a more positive week, getting a little bit more clarity around what that means in those different areas of your life, and then who do you need to be to make sure that your week is a more positive week, right? And I'm losing my words. Hello to Chase and Sarah and Kerry for just popping on. So what else have we got here? Sorry. Beautiful. Oh, good. I'm glad you are picking up what I'm putting down, Samantha. All right. So want you to take the energy of the desire of the week that you are going to create, right? You create your week. You set it up, right? No matter what happens, the way your week is received, the way that you interpret your week, the way you allow the situations of the week to kind of flow with you or stay with you, right, is you, right? Whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, you can allow things to lock in and stay with you. So you can finish on Friday still holding on to what happened on Monday, or you can allow things to move on, right? You can honor that everything is actually in a flow state and you don't have to be the gatekeeper of anything that you don't choose to be, right? So taking that intention that you've set for the week about being more motivated or having a more positive week, more connected to yourself, with meditation, more of a soul enriching week, right? I want you to take that. I want you to drop into a knowing that you are the creator of it, right? And I want you to listen to this song and move. Some of you have heard this song before. Play. Please play. Double please play. Oh, maybe I'm not going to do it. Oh, music. I'm trying to be technical here and play songs. Oh, all right. Well, can I sing it? It's not playing. The song is called The Power Is Here Now. The artist is Alexia. I'll put a link later on. For some reason, when I push the play button, it's not working. All right, so, oh yeah, you're gonna let me sing. Woo, woo. All right, so I need a microphone. I'll use my speaker. No. So how does it start? Okay. The power of us is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. That's it. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you and take care of you and nurture you. Oh, the power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of you is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. And it goes around and around and around. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. So I will link it as soon as I can, right? But it is a powerful song that reminds you that you, oh, thank you, curtsy and bow. I'll let you know when the singing career starts up. But you are magical, right? You are the power force that you need in your life to create everything that you desire. It's you, right? And you have so many tools around you to support you. You've got, when somebody's laughing, that career is going to start. You better watch. The, maybe the talk about visualization. Oh, thank you, Kerry. The talk about visualizations and color and gray scanning and all that stuff is like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, well, let's turn to the elements. We've got fire, air, water, earth. Earth is such a powerful one, grounding yourself down. So if you feel like your intention for the week, right? If you feel like your desire for positivity, soul connection, greater motivation is wavering. Maybe you hit the ground running on Monday and come Tuesday, you're like, oh yeah, I said I was going to do this week, right? Doesn't matter. Right? Just tell that Judge Judy to just go away. You've got some getting on track to get back to, right? And you can allow yourself to be held and brought into realignment through song or through music or by sitting your butt on the ground, right? There are so many things that you can do. And oh, thank you, Melissa. I am distracted now. Thank you for your praise, everybody. Maybe I'll won't worry about music every week now. I'll just start singing and dancing. Maybe my week's intention is to take on a new career. No, sorry. Yes, I will show up week in and week out on a Sunday to teach you the ways that you can listen to those desires and embody those desires and use an array of tools and modalities to support you. But at no point is it meant to overwhelm you. It is simply meant to just for you to file in that tool belt so that you understand that you can support yourself at any point, at any time. No matter what the reason is that you feel like you need to use the tools, my gift is to show up and share them with you. Oh, Bianca, I'm so glad that you have you've been here tonight and it's been supportive of you. For some reason, I don't think I was able to properly tag myself in the comments above, but you can find me on Facebook under the name Jodanna Goddard or Joe Goddard, and I also have a beautiful container that's set up for, it is for women because that's who I am working with more closely with at this point in my journey. It's a page called, or a group called I'm Her, and that represents everything that has supported me in my growth, my development, my healing, and the I'm Her represents the permission to indulge yourself, to move yourself, to heal yourself, to embody what it is you want to create and be in this life, and then rise into that. Okay, so if that's sounding like a place that you would like to come into, I'll put a link as well below to that group so you can come into that container and you can be part of all the little things that get birthed in that space. So keep an eye out, and I very much look forward to connecting with you guys next Sunday for another beautiful Soulful Sunday where we simply get together and chat about releasing and re-establishing for a new week. Wishing you all a beautiful week ahead. If you need to reach out and have a chat or want a virtual ear to lean on, I'm always there. Feel free to reach out anytime. Good night to you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.